Panama City. I applied for the visa, got that stuff from the marine store, hardware store. Mako, definitely enjoyed being on land for a little bit. Today I am just been doing like some little projects, caulking the skylight, just checking for leaks, drilling little holes, and doing little random things. Today I am hauling out for my prop. As you guys saw a couple episodes ago, I tried to do it in St. Martin when I had some clear shallow water. Prop just wouldn't move at all. So I contacted the yard here and they agreed to just leave me in the slings. Whenever you go to haul out and you actually get blocked, they charge you to block per foot. When you just haul and stay in the slings, like for a survey or a small job like this, it costs a lot less. So I'm hoping I can do it within the 2-hour time frame they give me. If the puller works and with the Corrosion X, I don't know if my torch is big enough for the prop to get it heated up enough, but I'm hoping with these 3 things and being out of the water, it should go smoothly. The nut should take a lot less time this time because I only hand tighten them. So now I'm just gonna get everything upstairs and ready to take off the boat, because once the prop is off, I'm assuming it will take me about 30 minutes to get the new prop on. So that gives me probably a total of 1 hour to get the old prop off. A little stressful. It's Saturday, so I don't know how much is open at the yard. I'm hoping there's at least a couple there if I need help that I can go to, but otherwise I'm just hoping it works. I hope when I splash that it works and all's good. That's the plan for today. I know a lot of you have asked about what's gone on, if I've done it, and I promise, like, if I start a project and I don't finish it in that episode, I will always tell you that I ended up getting it, but 90% of the time I will show you that it got done, as I think it's kind of a trend with me sometimes. These carry on for quite a while. So that is the plan for today. I'm just gonna go make sure I have all the tools ready to go so I don't waste time digging around for those. Get going. Over an hour since I was supposed to haul out. The boat before me had delays splashing, so they are just now splashing that boat. It's 3:10 and they stopped working at 4, so they're gonna haul me out and I have to stay in the slings overnight, which is fine. It just basically means no AC, but it's fine. Then they'll splash me bright and early in the morning and we'll have all day to continue working on the boat. I'll be back tomorrow. Starboard? Yeah. I just clicked my GoPro to turn back on, and it had turned off. Prop is off. Some guys with this boat are hauling out in the morning, and one of them saw me. I just gotten the puller on. This puller worked like a charm. I haven't looked at the footage, don't know what we actually got of it, but basically I put the puller on to see it's still on. I sprayed with Corrosion X. I haven't even applied heat, and we tightened it a couple times, hit the front of the puller, so the stern part of the puller, we hit that, tightened some more, hit it, and the prop just bounced off. So I actually got this on Amazon for like $150. I'll put the link in the corner and in the description if you ever need to do it. A prop puller is key, not a regular puller. That was way too easy. So now I'm gonna go change GoPro batteries and sand down the shaft and grab the new prop and start putting that on. Nut is in. There is a locking pin that goes in. They supply Allen keys, so it's pretty simple. Here's where it gets a little, not tricky, but it's heavy. So these are all the little pins and hinges that will go on these pretty blades. So manual's actually amazing. Blade will go in, and then the pivot pin, which is 7, is this first one, and then hopefully show you how to do the second one, because it's a lot easier. Like the directions are really good, but then once you start doing it, because I did it on the table 2 months ago, it's not too bad at all. You can see all the holes. There's holes going this way, that way, and that way. Screw that goes in there to lock that. In the back of my mind, I'm under your spell, I can't get out. My heart falls 5 feet low, and I'm still here, I'm freezing cold, but I will wait. I hold my breath till I turn blue, I turn blue, I turn blue, I turn blue, I turn blue. You're tall as the ocean. One thing I learned is when you're installing the blades, you need to make sure that each blade is at the same exact position, which is going to be easy as fully open or fully shut. So I just redid that, and now it's opening and closing much better. So now it's time for the little cover plate. Okay, I think we're done for the night. Hey, Come here. What you looking at? You like this? Mako, what do you think of your first night on the hard? You look a little tired. Mako spent all night, I think, out on deck. He even left me for a little bit. Just watching everything. There's quite a few bugs, but I didn't get it up too bad. The birds are crazy this morning, so he was loving that. There's a lot for him to watch, and I think he's enjoying it. What do you think? Just non-stop here, isn't it? I think it's like 7 now. They are going to put me in the water around 8:30ish. I told them I'd be ready by 8. They originally said 8, and then last night before they left, they said 8:30. Told them I'd be ready to go at 8 just in case. But they're gonna have to move the boat behind me. It's supposed to be hauled out this morning, but because I had to stay overnight, they need to splash me and then haul it out. So I'm kind of curious how that's gonna go. I fly out in 2 days. I have to leave the boat in 48 hours from now. I still haven't gotten the bowl out of the Traveler. First, I'm going to splash and make sure this prop works. I'm a little concerned my shaft doesn't lock when I go in reverse when the engine's off. Obviously, it has to do with the transmission, but I don't know if it's just my transmission doesn't do that or if there's something in the transmission that's broken. I did a lot of research last night because I started to kind of get worried about that. I do believe worst case scenario, I can lock the prop manually. There's a couple people who have mentioned how they do it and they can do a quick release because sometimes you don't have time to go run down and mess with something down there before you need to turn the engine on. So that would not be ideal. Someone said like they did a string and it could just fall off whenever they went in forward. So that was interesting. I'm really curious how backing in is going to be without prop lock. Going to be nice. There's no wind this morning, so hopefully we'll play around with that a little bit. The slip I'm in, it's starboard tide now after I went out to fly the spinnakers. So now when I back in, it was probably one of the worst jobs I've ever done backing in just because the dock was on the starboard side and not port, so I couldn't just back into it. I had to turn more, and my bow takes a lot to get them going, or it takes a lot to move the boat. It was hard backing in because the boat doesn't want to turn to starboard, and I didn't feel like doing it the right way and going stern in the whole way and snaking around. So I'm very curious how backing in is going to do today without prop lock. I think I'm almost there. It's just a process. It almost like bent in the part that goes on the Traveler too, so I don't know how I'm supposed to get that part out. It's not moving. I think I have a new one for it. If not, I can get that in Fort Lauderdale or when I land back here. I'm just going to clean today. Mako needs to go to the vet tomorrow. For French Polynesia, pets need to get parasite treatment within 30 days of leaving. No less time and at least 14 days before the second, which is 4 days before leaving. I have to leave Panama by April 16th. I still have to do a visa, can take 4 to 6 weeks. The 4-week mark would be like April 16th. So I am going to take Mako to the vet again when I get back and get another parasite treatment. That will give me another 18 days. So that would be either April 27th or 28th. I really don't want to leave that late, but that gives me option. A lot of you have asked, crossing date is April 12th. So I am flying back to do a charter for my patrons in the Bahamas, and then I'm going to go join the Odyssey Festival, and I will be captioning there in the BVI. I'll see you when we get it going today. So obviously the prop worked great. 3.8, 4 knots in idle, so already quicker than 4.1. So I'm excited to learn how to dock right now. we get the valve? A little more. Perfect. That's good. As I've mentioned, my valve thruster hasn't been working. I know it's getting voltage because I get a low battery alarm if I'm not in forward idle when I use it. So I just came down here. I was watching a video, it's Side Power, and they have a really great video on troubleshooting it and step by step. So I cut out the voltage issues because I knew it wasn't that, and I just undid the harness way down there. I'll lift it up in a second when I get down there. I jumped from the positive to the starboard connection and positive to the port connection, and the valve thruster worked. There is corrosion in the harness, so I'm gonna get some Corrosion X and wire brush on it. Somehow get this wire brush in these little tiny spots. I think I need a new one. Hopefully the valve thruster will be back up and running within like 20 minutes. I got the engine working today. The negative had literally fallen apart, even though it's new. It seems like it's just kind of routine maintenance at the moment, and it's nice. It's working now. I'm gonna clean up these positive and negative terminals real quick and figure out what else I'm gonna do today. So I filmed me trying to take out the bolt and a lot of things on the Traveler. I filmed everything that happened, and I think I deleted the footage. I cannot find it, so I'm gonna walk you through that since it's almost fixed. I do still have the footage of when I replaced this bolt because this bolt had bent. I haven't fixed this part yet. Someone tied it up for me. That flew out, so that just needs to be screwed in. Here is the big part. This bolt sheared off, and the bottom half was in here, the top half was in here. So I just got it out, and I'd actually hired them to get it out and put it back in while I was gone. This block is also breaking. I got a new block. You're gonna see me get to finish all this because I have all the new parts. But after I screw that back in and put this block in and reline all this up, the boom and this stuff will be back in order.